And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. A special day for basketball fans across the world, the All-Star Game. We'll have the greatest athletes in the world playing the greatest game in the world. We're happy to bring it to you with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan for 2K Sports. And presented to you by State Farm, we'll take a quick look here at our opening lineups. First, for the East All-Stars, Derrick Rose is out there with Ellis. And inside, a towering 7-footer, maybe the most imposing big man in the game. All-Star center, Andrew Bynum. Then it's Anthony, and it's LeBron in at the 4. And then for the West All-Stars, Chris Paul is out there with Kobe. And playing at center, a ferocious rebounder with tremendous skills to match out of UCLA, Kevin Love. And there's Iguodala, and it's Durant in at the 4 spot.
And in last year's All-Star game, another close one, but another win for the West.
And last year's game didn't start out close. The West set an all-star record, scoring 88 points in the first half. Wow.
And the East, for the second year in a row, mounted a massive comeback, this time cutting it from a 21-point deficit to just 1 down the stretch. But again, they couldn't quite overcome the West, and they lost a close one. And how about the season he's had to this point? He's been so solid, just having a terrific year.
Yeah, guys, I mean, pretty much from game 1 of the season, he's been playing some of his best basketball ever. Well, you can't expect lockdown D in the All-Star game, especially in the first half.
Ellis kicks to Anthony. Bynum working on Love. From 7, and it's Bynum getting it to go in. Bynum's got his first points of the game.
Chris Paul selected to the All-Star team for the 6th straight year. Actually missed the game in 2010 after knee surgery. You know, he just loves to set the table for all the great scorers in this game. In fact, he averages almost 12 assists per game during his All-Star appearances. And part of what makes CP3 so special, Kevin, is the pace with which he plays. He's always under control. The ability to break down defenses, but without being out of control and getting going too fast. That's what I love about him, just watching him play with that great flow.
Yeah, he can cross you up and drop you off and make you look bad in the process. I mean, that's why he's such a terrific point guard. He's a natural leader. Guys typically rally around his presence as well as his voice. He knows how to help people get their shots, the ones they want. He's just a pure winner and a terrific player to watch.
And the All-Star game can get a little scattered, more of a free-form game, but with Chris Paul running your offense, it sure helps.
Yeah, you can basically just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and he'll make good things happen, and he'll do it with flash and substance and in a way that people enjoy, his teammates and the fans.
Well, he had to fade away there. The defense was all over him, and he got it off. Just
Man, that was a real hard it up.
That's one of the better jams you'll ever see right there.
Yeah, you know, some guys come out to high fly or some of the bigs, and they just say, hey, I'm going to throw it down with authority tonight. I love that attitude. Nothing wrong with it in my book.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
We talked about what it means for him to be at the helm of the All-Star side, and he said, really, it is a testament to my team. They've played great, and this is just a side effect of them having a great start to the season. They deserve all the credit. Love it, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Oh, the alley-oop connection. That's all-star play at its best.
And here is Bynum.
Well, last year's All-Star game was really a mixed bag for Kobe. A hard foul from Dwayne Wade broke his nose and gave him a concussion. Not the type of thing you're used to seeing in an exhibition game.
Man, it's his poise at the offensive end that impresses me most. This guy is unflappable.
Paul with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Kept alive. Here's Iguodala. Tries it again. Here's Love. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Well, as you'd expect, not much defense being played.
Yeah, that's one for the fans. I mean, the fans want scoring. That's what they're going to get tonight.
There's the bucket. Good. Rose has got his second basket of the night. And on the good side for Kobe in last year's All-Star game, he set a record for career All-Star game points, Steve. Very impressive.
Yeah, that's right. Moving past Oscar Robertson, the Big O, and finally Michael Jordan for the all-time record as Kobe finished that game by scoring 27 points.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Bynum. Alex Ellis in for Darren Williams. Rose, that's good.
No defense being played at all right now.
Yeah, you know it'll be a high-scoring game, but at least make them work for it a little bit.
And here comes Kobe.
You know, one of the things about the All-Star break is that it can provide some much-needed rest for NBA players and coaches and trainers as well, a chance to regenerate and heal up a little bit. Even for those players in the big game, that week off can still be pretty big.
No good from Durant.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Ellis with it. Guarded now by Durant. Monroe dishes to Ellis. Anthony. LeBron outside. The three is launched. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's now 9 points for LeBron. And a lot of times it can be a tale of two seasons, before and after the All-Star break.
Yeah, you really want to just peak at the right time. And, you know, you think back to last season, some of the players who really came on, guys like Paul Pierce and Carmelo Anthony, they turned their seasons around and really gave their teams a big boost. And I think that's a major part of trying to get hot down the stretch.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Al Jefferson is checked in for Love. Millsap comes in for Kevin Durant. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Kobe. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Chris Paul. The East also changing it up. Danny Granger, he's checked in for Anthony. Kyrie Irving comes in for Monte Ellis. And John Wall subbed in for Derrick Rose.
You know, one of the reasons Paul Millsap dropped in the draft years ago when he came out of college was people questioned his size, but what they should have been paying attention to was his heart, because this guy plays as hard as anybody in the league, just knows where the ball's going, he anticipates it off the glass, and then he's got the will to go and get it.
He'll do the dirty work for you at both ends, and his hands are really quick. I mean, he's a guy that can create deflections and get steals because of his activity with his hands and with that strong body of his. The All-Star festivities are always a big draw for VIPs, stars, and celebrities, and I see quite a few in the house tonight.
Yeah, really a festive atmosphere around this event and this weekend. There's just so much going on, both on and off the court. It's been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Good on the shot. Gordon's got his second bucket.
Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, it looks pretty clear. On the instant replay, guys, the ball was out of his hands in time. I mean, they need to get this one right. It's a big situation here.
Yeah, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion, Clark. The camera gives us a good look at it. There's a tick or two left on the clock.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place.
No short.